Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Week off, and what do? Catch a cold. So I'll try to get through this, but there might be, I'll warn you, a little bit of throat clearing. I think we're starting to see a pattern change. And, you know, I've told my wife this. I said, I think the cold blast that we had second half of January and February was perfect timed for those that like spring during spring, because when you get that cold blast, 6-week cold blast in the middle of winter, it tends to let up right about the time we expect that things start to warm up. And I'm going to show you a weather pattern change that looks more like a March than it does February. Now, that's not to say we're done with snowstorms. We're not, and we're not done with ice. We're not fully going into spring, but I will tell you that we are starting to see some changes. So let's get to it and show you what's going on this morning across Michigan. First off, I should mention that the radar in Detroit is out. So you're probably seeing some leftover snow showers and in your area, and you're not seeing anything on radar. Just remember, the radar is out. But the point being is, the snow that we've had in the last 24 hours is winding down, and it should be done here in the next couple of hours. There are some snow showers around the western side of the state and up across the UP as well. As far as snowfall amounts, looks like about 3 to 6 inches in the southeast part. Hey, good morning, Kalamazoo and Kathy White. And good morning, Janet Fryman, Jill Muller from Ypsilanti. Good morning. And Steve from Sterling Heights. So 3 inches in Flint and Burton. Sterling Heights 4 inches. Shelby Township 6.8 in the last 24 hours. Berkeley 6.1. Chesaning 1.7. So about the southern third of the state is looking at about, let's call it 2 to 5, and a couple of isolated spots, 6 inches. Hey, thanks, Stephen Liptak. Nice to be back, although I wish I had more of a voice. So here's the radar forecast for today, and you can see that there's not much significant going on. I think we can still have a couple of snow showers, but I don't think we're looking at anything accumulating. Hey, good morning, Julie Guizdala. Okay, so precipitation will not be the issue today, and temperatures, again, starting to moderate a touch. Good morning, Frankenmuth. Here are the high temperatures today, and yes, it is wintry. 27 in Detroit, 24 in Kalamazoo, 23 in Lansing. These are high temperatures this afternoon. 25 Flint, Saginaw, 25 in Grand Rapids. You get up to northern lower, 20 in TC, 15 at the bridge. Temperatures in the teens across the UP. This is the coldest day of the week, and then we start our pattern change. Now, what I'm going to do now is kind of dwell on the big picture. And what we have is 2 storm systems. One coming on Wednesday. It's going to do a split. The heavy precipitation stays south and east of Michigan and then goes northwest of Michigan. That is a March type storm. We get that a lot. You know, I think we're right on as far as forecasts now. In fact, this winter, I don't think you can argue at all. We have been right on 4 and 5 days out, and they continue to tweak the models, and that's what's going on. But in March, we can get burned when thunderstorms erupt in Tennessee, Kentucky, southern Ohio, and it robs the northern side of the storm system of moisture. We'll see that often. That's a March type storm, and then it does a split sometimes, and you'll see that here. Second storm system pulls up to our west. And why do us meteorologists dwell so much on that red L on the map? That's our frame of reference as to what is going to be going on with the storm system. If that red L pulls up to our west, it gets us into a southerly wind, a March type storm. So let's go to it, and I'll show you what's going on for the week. And it is indeed a quieter week weather-wise. Okay, so we are into this afternoon, and like I said, this high pressure building in, and nothing as far as precipitation going on. Now we're into tomorrow, and it's not bad. Here's that storm system, and look at the heavy precipitation in the south, and kind of a lack of precipitation, and then an area of, we'll call it moderate steady snow. And it kind of does a split, but the other thing you'll notice is that storm center expected to come across the center of the state. That gets the southern half into the warm temperatures, okay? Northern half stays snow. Michelle wants to know, March blizzard. This is still the pattern, though, that does produce blizzards, because look at where the storm systems are originating from. The south, and look at what they have, a full flow of moisture to them. So here we go. We're into Wednesday now, so it's going to be another messy Wednesday. Southern parts probably more wet weather than wintry weather, maybe a little zone of mixture, and then some snow. And as it moves off, the other thing I'm noticing that's very March-like is that there's not much cold air behind it. Nikki says, are you saying that the split is going to hit northern Wisconsin, upper Michigan? Yes. Yes, the split would hit upper Michigan, which has 48 inches of snow on the ground right now. Okay, so we go into the end of the week, Friday, quiet. Now look at the next storm system. As we go into the weekend, look at where it's coming from, the southwest. And in comes the southerly flow. This is another snowstorm, maybe for northern lower, maybe for the UP, but it gets southern lower into the warmer weather. And again, this is pretty far out, but everything's been right on track. And some snow behind it, which is very typical of a March storm. You get the first parts wet, and then you get the snow behind it. Someone's checking in from Copenhagen. You mean in Denmark? When can we tap maple trees? Well, in this kind of weather, you'd be doing it early. You'd be doing it in March. Okay. Now, one last thing I want to show you. I'm going to show you the temperature anomalies. That means how far from normal are we? And you're going to see that how the storm track shaping up in the next week or so is going to bring us some mild weather. So I told you that today and tomorrow, the coldest days of the week, and we're running about 10 degrees colder than normal. And then we get into Wednesday and we start to moderate, actually have a normal day. Then we get into Wednesday night. You don't have a major snowstorm when you're ending up 7 degrees, 10 degrees warmer than normal, 12 degrees warmer than normal by Thursday morning. And then we'll look at the next storm system. We're into the weekend, Saturday and into Sunday. Look at what this is going on here. 30 degrees warmer than normal just to the south. That gets thunderstorms going, and we're 5, 10, 15 warmer than normal. So, hey, good morning, Tampa, Florida. How does Tuesday look for flying back to Kalamazoo? If you're talking about tomorrow, you're looking great because there's no precipitation around and temperatures will be into the 20s. So, there you have it. We're looking at fairly quiet weather today and tomorrow, although wintry, and the roads won't be perfect. Then we're looking at a messy mixture on Wednesday. Southern half warms up enough to turn it to rain. And then we're looking at another storm system on the weekend. But all in all, the weather pattern is slowly evolving to warmth, trying to win over cold. So maybe something you're looking for. The active storm track is not letting up, though. We're still looking at 2 moisture-laden storms per week, probably for the next several weeks. Sue wants to know, how about the UP? The UP you're going to get into, you'll be all snow on these, and you have 3 to 6 inches, it looks like, this week at least. Oh, Bev's in Fort Lauderdale. That would be nice. So there you have it. Thanks for joining me. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with the morning MLive weather update. I've got a couple of posts lined up for you. El Nino has been officially declared. What does that mean for the rest of our winter? And I'll look again more in depth at these couple of storm systems. Will I be able to fly to Fort Lauderdale on Tuesday? Yes. That becomes a focus when you want to escape, doesn't it? What is the weather like on that day? So flying weather this week, good today, good Tuesday, messy Wednesday, but I wouldn't say it's a real bad day. Thursday and Friday, very calm also. Amy's counting the days, the weeks until summer vacation. Have yourselves a great Monday. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.